Hi, everyone. You know, a lot of times when we're writing, the most difficult and most challenging experience we can have is dealing with the writing prompt. That few words that are on that piece of paper that say to you, okay, this is what you got to talk about. And you look at it and you're saying, what am I supposed to write? What can I say? Well, a lot of people get nervous about that. Even good writers can get nervous because you don't always know what the topic's about. In fact, you rarely do. And when you find out what the topic is, you can get stumped even if you know how to write. So, let me give you an example. Let's say the writing prompt is your favorite activity this past summer. Your favorite activity this past summer. Now, depending on who you are, that can mean a whole lot of things. Let's say you visited some family during the summer. You had a great time. Or let's say you went to an amusement park or you went to the park. Or basically you were at home watching a lot of TV and went to the store a lot. Whatever it might be. What you've got to do is now say, okay, what can I write about this? And it really can be an interesting experience if you make it like that. Let me give you an example. Let's say you didn't go out of town. Let's say you were mainly at home and you went to the store with your family or went to the store with a relative or whoever. Well, one thing you can do is think about something that you noticed or it just stuck with you. Let's say you went to the store and you heard a baby cry. Well, write down the baby cried. You say, what? Just follow along. Baby cried at store. You write that down. All right? And you think, okay, I remember the baby cried. Then you remember you were in an aisle looking for whatever. Maybe you were looking for cereal, or maybe you were looking for, I don't know, towels, whatever, paper towels. And that baby cried and cried. And you're like saying, will you please stop it? To yourself, of course. Will you please stop it? Was your thought. Will you please stop it? And then you keep on thinking, the mom was not too happy, right? The mom wasn't happy because she kept on saying, shh, be quiet, shh, be quiet. So you write down, the mom wasn't too happy, right? Mom was not too happy. Now, I'm going to show you, these are scribbles, I know, but these are what I just wrote down here. Baby cried at store, will you please stop it? The mom wasn't too happy. You have just given yourself 3 different ideas that you can use when you write about that trip to the store. You say, well, how does that relate to my favorite activity? What you're trying to do is recreate an event. You say, if you didn't do anything, and you cannot think of anything you did that was exciting or what you thought was fun, think of what you did that you remember something that happened. I went to that store and it wasn't my favorite activity, but it was still something I remember. You say, well, I'd rather talk about a favorite activity. You could do that too. Let's say you went to the store and after you got back from the store, you got out and walked around and had a good time with your friends. You can talk about that too. You see, I'm using this as an example so that you can remember one thing. You don't have to look at a reading prompt or writing prompt and go, oh, no, I don't know what to say. Sure you do. Just remember the event. just write it down and what you remember about everything that happened. See, creative writing is all about being creative. You're not, if it's creative, you're not automatically going to be able to say, this is it. Let me write 3 pages right now. That's probably not going to happen because you got to use your imagination a little bit. When you're writing about that baby crying, now, whenever you wrote about that, when you're writing about it, you're going to have to dig deep and think about every little thing that happened. That's how you're going to write it. Because otherwise, all you can say is a baby cried. I'm not trying to confuse you. You might seem to think it is, but really, when you're writing about an activity, you're trying to get everything down on paper that helps you tell other people about what happened. Now, let's say you actually went over to a friend's house and you played a game together, or you ran outside a lot together. You played hide and seek, or you got rolling in the dirt together, or whatever. You can tell about that too. The point I'm trying to make is, when you got that writing prompt, your favorite activities past summer, it gives you a chance to think about what did happen and what you can say about it. And so, even if you didn't get to fly around the country, and even if you didn't go to every amusement park in America, there is something you did that you can talk about. And when you're writing like this, that's all you got to do. Write a few things down that helps you remember and helps you tell other people what you did. The prompt is something that you can use to start doing that. And you know what, folks? Once you focus and realize you can do it, you can really do it. Something to think about when you got to write from a prompt. Good to see you. Next time, tell me what you wrote about. Later.